Hey everyone, it's your girl Layla. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be authenticating my new Louis Vuitton bag. I'm going to do this little intro and then you're not going to see my face for the rest of the video because I'm going to be zooming into this bag and authenticating it for you. So in this video I'm basically going to give you guys some tips if you guys are interested in purchasing pre-loved luxury items online, or if you guys are thinking of purchasing some pre-loved luxury items online. This video is going to be super helpful for you when it comes to authenticating your items. So I also have this Louis Vuitton bag that I'm going to be comparing the hardware to. This I purchased at the Louis Vuitton store back in 2012 or 2012. So I'm going to be kind of comparing the hardware to this bag and showing you guys kind of like the tones of gold that it's going to be and all of that good stuff. So let's go ahead and show you guys the bag right now. By the way, if you guys are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click the subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay guys, so whenever I make a luxury purchase online, whether it's a Louis Vuitton bag or a Balenciaga, any type of brand bag that I purchase online, I make sure to do the authentication as soon as I get it in the mail. So I've already authenticated this bag the other day, and I'm going to give you guys a few tips and tricks and let you guys know the tea. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit actually so you guys can see all of the details and stuff. First things first, before purchasing a bag, you want to make sure that you're going with a reputable seller first of all. So most Louis Vuitton bags that I buy are from Japan, from resellers in Japan. They have a really strict protocol when it comes to selling fake items, and they will actually lose their license. There's also a really big fine involved, so you can definitely trust the Japanese sellers that are online out there. So that's where I personally like to purchase my Louis Vuitton bags from. So I'm a little bit too zoomed in, I feel like. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so the first thing that you want to check out is stitching. So the stitching on all Louis Vuitton bags are definitely 100% perfect, and I would like to mention also this bag is pre-owned. So if you guys see any scuffs or anything like that, it's not because I bought it brand new and it has scuffs or anything imperfections. It's because this bag is pre-loved. There might be some imperfections on this bag due to it being pre-loved, and also it's from back in 2013, so it's a little bit older. Okay, first things first, like I said, look at the stitching. So if there's any imperfections, uneven stitching, any of that stuff, that is a telltale sign that the bag is fake. So you definitely want to look at all the stitching, including the stitching on the handles, as well as this bag does have a clochette, which is this one right here where the keys are. So you want to make sure the stitching on this is also perfect. Okay, stitching on this part also, as well as the stitching on the feet of the bag. You want to make sure that it's all even and perfect. So the next thing after I look at the stitching, I also, for this specific bag, it does have this clochette, like I said. That is the next thing that we're gonna look at right now. So I'm gonna actually zoom you guys I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. So if we look at the clochette on the fake bags, the inside of this will be a different type of leather, a different type of color. So this particular bag is in the vernis leather. So the vernis leather will continue along from the outside also into the inside of the clochette. So this is perfect. It is the same leather, the same vernis leather on the inside as well. You also do want to look at the writing on this, and you want to see that it is even. Louis Vuitton is not like super imprinted, super huge and stamped on there. I've noticed on a lot of the fake bags, they do the hot stamp all wrong. It is really super hard embossed into the leather and just looks really not right. So this one definitely is right. Also the spelling, make sure you're looking at the spelling, making sure that that's right too, because that is another sign that the bag would be fake. Of course, if the word Vuitton is spelled wrong. We're gonna look at the keys next, and the keys are a little bit hard to take out. On the keys, there is a little number. The camera keeps going out of focus, but if you guys can see the keys, they have numbers on them, and they're both 308. And if you guys go ahead and look at the lock on this bag, the number should match. The number on the lock should match the key, and it does. So the lock says 308 and the keys also say 308. If you guys look at the hardware, that's the next thing that we're going to look at. First of all, fake Louis Vuitton bags. They are known for typing Louis Vuitton on the side of these buckles right here. And of course, this one doesn't. It's just the smooth gold. Also, like I said, with the hardware, you guys want to look at the tone of the type of hardware that's on this bag. So the fake bags are not, I don't know how to explain it. They're not this gold. They're kind of almost like a faded gold, but the gold on this bag is just like a perfect yellow gold. While we're at this point in the video, I do want to show you guys some other Louis Vuitton bags that I have with the lock. So this one I did purchase at the Louis Vuitton store, and this was quite a while ago. Of course, as you guys can see, oxidized and all of that stuff. It doesn't look as pretty as the new one. But if you guys look at the two locks and the way the font and the lettering is, it's the same. So if you guys can see the lock on my old Louis Vuitton bag versus the font on the new Louis Vuitton bag. Next up, we're gonna look at the hardware on the bag. So these right here, there's a little bit of wear on this bag. Like I said, this was not brand new, so there is a little bit of wear here and there, but we're gonna look at the hardware next. So all Louis Vuitton hardware actually has Louis Vuitton on the actual hardware. So down here too, Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton, Louis Vuitton. Yep, all the hardware says Louis Vuitton, and the back ones also say Louis Vuitton. That's great. We're gonna look at the zippers. Louis Vuitton bags, I feel like their zippers are just, you know, really high quality zippers, of course. So again, this is my Tivoli that I purchased at the Louis Vuitton boutique. If you guys look at how the zippers are on both bags, they are the same gold tone. I'm actually gonna put the keys away because I'm scared that it's gonna scratch the bag, so one sec. So next up, we're gonna look at the actual monogram. So with Louis Vuitton bags in the vernis leather, I don't know how to explain it, but the fake vernis leather, like the embossing, is just very deep into the bag, and that's a telltale sign that your bag is fake. This one is just, you know, very even. They are stamped. You can definitely see them stamped, but they're not stamped to the point where it's super deep. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, this just feels really nice, smooth and even, and on the fake bags, they're just really hardcore stamped into the bag. So yeah, the monogram on here looks really great. Also, you're gonna look for things like the LV being cut off by the handle. That is not a good sign. And yeah, so this is very consistent. Nothing is cut off. No LVs are cut off by the handle, nothing like that. The pattern is even all the way across. Like, this one starts with the diamond, ends with the diamond. All of these are even on the bottom here. And this one, this line up here, starts with LV, ends with LV. This one starts with the fleur-de-lis and also ends with the fleur-de-lis. So just look for inconsistencies in the pattern. We are gonna look at my Tivoli. You guys can see the front has the LVs, and then if you turn it around, the back has the LVs upside down. That is completely normal, and that's just one piece of canvas. So yeah, that's normal. However, on this bag, which is in the vernis leather, all the LVs are LVs and not upside down or anything like that. Okay, so next up we are going to be talking about the inside of the bag. I just unzipped it. My camera actually died, so I went ahead and unzipped it already. So as you guys can see, just make sure you check, you know, the glazing on the outside, make sure that it's even and all of that good stuff, because fakes can tend to be a little bit sloppy with their glazing, and then you could have errors and stuff on there that it's very obvious. So I just unzipped This one actually zips all the way down, but you have a tiny piece of material on the inside of the bag like here to stop your stuff from falling out. So now with this particular bag, the Alma BB and Vernis leather, the inside is going to match the outside. As you guys can see, the inside of this bag is the same color as the outside. We're gonna go ahead and get into, okay, first thing I want to show you guys is the strap that comes with this bag. So you're gonna basically look at the strap, look for any imperfections. It's very, very easy to tell. Like, this strap is absolutely immaculate. Like, it's perfect from the glazing down to the stitching. Of course, you're gonna definitely see and you can tell the sloppiness of the stitching when it comes to the fakes, of course. And then, of course, you have the LV logo on the little clasp here. Also, Louis Vuitton is imprinted into the hardware. I know that's really hard to tell because it is so tiny, but there is Louis Vuitton on both sides. So you have it on the one side and then you have it also on the other. So yeah, the stitching on this is absolutely perfect. There is somewhere here, there's like a pen mark, but again, I bought this bag pre-loved. Let's move along to the inside of the bag. I know this is going to be a little bit difficult to show you also, as well as the date code in there because it is so tiny. So I'm going to be including pictures, but I'm going to be trying my best with the focusing of this, but it's really hard for my camera to focus on this for some weird reason. But it does say Louis Vuitton, Paris, made in France. It's very consistent with the lettering and everything. I know that on the fake bags, this can look a lot different. The spacing can be off, but the spacing on here is definitely 100% even. Stitching also is perfect. This particular bag I do have stuffed, so ignore that, but we'll take that out. Okay, so that's the inside of the bag. It does have one pocket, no pocket on the other side, but it does have one pocket on this side where the little tag is, and this is where you're going to be finding your date code. So on this side, there is a little tab. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very, very hard to show you, but I'm gonna take pictures. There is a little leather tab right there on the side of the bag, and it does have the date code on it. And the one thing that you're going to be looking for when it comes to date codes, I'm going to be explaining date codes to you as well. So you're going to make sure that the date code corresponds to where the bag was made. This one says made in France. I know that's blurry. I don't know how to focus that. I'm going to show you guys the outside as I'm talking about it. So the date code you want to make sure corresponds to where the bag is made. So this one is made in France. The date code for this bag definitely corresponds with where the bag was made. So if your date code is weird, if it starts with like CA or TX or something and it says made in France, then you know you bought a fake, because you definitely want to look at where the bag is made and look at the 2 letters in the beginning of your date code. That is another telltale sign if it's fake or real, if the date code doesn't correspond to where the bag was made. So this one, of course, it is. I actually don't know my date code offhand right now, but it is a Paris date code, which is awesome. And then I'm gonna briefly be showing you guys this bag. For example, this one is my Speedy. So if you guys look at this part right here, it says made in the USA. There's like stuff in this bag right now, so we're gonna ignore that. But if you look at the date code on this bag, it starts with an SO. That number corresponds with it being made in the USA. So yeah, that's that. The biggest thing with Louis Vuitton bags is to make sure that you guys go ahead and do your research as far as date codes and all of that stuff goes. Before you purchase a Louis Vuitton bag or any bag in general, you guys want to make sure you're familiar with the date codes and serial numbers and stuff so you guys don't get scammed. So yeah, that is pretty much my authentication video on authenticating my Louis Vuitton Alma BB, which I recently purchased off of Midoriya, Japan. I'm going to be doing a whole video on Japanese sellers and who to trust and all of that stuff. If you guys want to watch that video, it should be up shortly. I really do hope you guys found this video informative and that I helped some of you out there when it comes to authenticating your luxury purchase. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are not already subscribed, please go ahead, click the subscribe button below. I upload 3 times a week, Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.